Alright guys, welcome back. What are we doing, Dad?
Well, I'll tell you what we've run into. We got like, I don't know if it's a problem, but I feel like there's a delay, totally a delay, when you're playing with a steering wheel on Forza 5, and we dealt with the same thing on Forza 4 on Xbox One. So I just ordered the Logitech G920 and go show them. We already have the Thustmaster TMX.
Let's go look at the Thustmaster.
So one's like $200, the other one's like $250. We're gonna order it, and I mean we can return them. So we'll
yeah, we're gonna see what's going on. So here's what we got so far. We've got the Thustmaster right here, A, B, X, Y, you know, all that. A little bit of rubber.
It's very plasticky.
Yeah, really plasticky.
I'm excited to see what the other one will look like. Watch. Here. That's all plastic. All this is plastic. There's a little bit of like rubber.
Yeah.
But it's very gear feeling.
It feels very geary when you turn it.
Yeah, anyways, there's a delay too.
Yep.
So we'll try the other one. Mom's gonna be mad, but we can settle that.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Okay. So we've talked about a couple things. I'll tell you one of the biggest things that drives me crazy is trying to keep this thing flat on the ground. So we've got carpet. It's impossible. So this is the Thustmaster TMX. We put a couple weights, and even then it's still like terrible. So that's one thing that drives me crazy. Here's what I wanted to show. Let's see if I can back out of this. Watch. Here's one thing. I think that here, get back here so you can see this. I think that there's a delay in this, and I could show you this for like, this is Horizon 5. This doesn't happen on like F1 racing. Watch this. Watch the delay from my hands, how they move to the delay on the hands on the steering wheel. Does that make sense? Watch. There is a noticeable delay from when I turn to when that turns. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think that's why when you get high speed going in this, if you've noticed in Horizon 5, and it was even worse in Horizon 4, you get going fast on a straightaway, and if the car starts swapping at all, it's really hard. Some guys are really good at it. I'm not, right? Where they can just start drifting and everything, and people love these steering wheels for drifting. But that's what we're experiencing right now with the Thustmaster. We'll have to see with the Logitech if it's the same thing. But right here, we'll do another video here in a second. I'll show you the clip. Matter of fact, that'll be next. See how this looks right now. And I've tried a bunch of different adjustments. This guy's trying to race me. Anyway, we'll show you on F1, there's no delay. Anyway. Get out of here!
I just gonna hit you.
Who is this guy? You wanna play? I got nothing to lose, pal.
At all.
Not very delayed. Go left.
I'll show you during this race. Like, that's not delayed. Let's get up here. You can still.
F1's a very fun game. If you don't have it, I recommend it. But yeah, look, there's barely any delay.
So I can actually race.
There isn't any delay, if any. So you can
There's no
actually
delay.
race, and on Forza, that's not very much the case.
Let's just see what
All right, guys, to get these pedals not to move, we rigged up water bottles, water storage,
This is the poor man's way of
and
doing
weights.
it.
Yeah,
Without actually buying like a $300 like rig seat or something.
we're racing right now.
I'm way back.
Position 12 out of 12.
You gotta understand, I'm actually decent at Horizon usually.
Yeah,
There's a
usual.
learning curve.
Usually.
This one's kind of noisy too, the gears in it.
You ready?
Yep. You hear that? So it'll be interesting to see with the Logitech, but that's Thustmaster. That's
And
the
it
plastic.
feels geary.
And it feels what?
Geary.
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 All right, so we just got the Logitech, what is it, G920? I know there's a newer one out, I can't remember what it is, but this one's probably was about $50 more than the Thustmaster, but just first impressions. This is rubber right here. Here's one thing that we kind of decided that we didn't love about the Thustmaster is it's not set up like an Xbox controller. So it's kind of hard to tell like where you're supposed to push your buttons when you're not looking at it. Okay, so if we look at the Logitech, $50 more, but this is all leather. It looks like an Xbox controller.
It does not feel geary. That feels way
Well,
geary.
look.
That feels like a car.
This still feels a little bit geary, but listen to that difference.
And both of them are not plugged in at the moment.
This one is a lot harder, and then the pedals
Oh, the pedals.
These feel really chintzy and like compared to. I mean, that has a little bit of resistance on the brake, but those pedals are a much nicer setup. So we'll show you a little more.
Metal, not plastic.
Metal, not plastic.
Yep.
Okay, we'll set it up and then we'll check it out. What's cool about this, the Logitech, like it doesn't even really move. Like even if I'm hitting this, it sticks to the ground a lot better without having to do this. This thing moves all over the place. It's just, and this is a nice firm pedal for the brake and the clutch.
Oh, it's so much quieter.
It is a lot quieter.
Another thing is, like, on a real car, you always got this bump. On this, you don't got that. It's just a little something
Plastic,
Plastic.
plastic. Metal,
Leather.
metal, leather.
See what happens here in a
Oh,
second.
you should just make it solid.
Stay tuned.
Okay, so what we've noticed on both of these is still the delay compared to like F1. I don't know if you can see that very much, but watch when I make it more dramatic. It's way after.
But you can even hear that. Listen, listen, listen.
Oh, it sounds quieter. This one is Logitech. All right, so we're gonna give it a shot, but you can still see the delay. Tell us what's going on.
I had it good for like a minute and 30 seconds. With this, I couldn't even go 20. It's just a lot looser, and its corrections aren't as harsh.
I feel like the force feedback on that TMX rip your arms off. I know you can change the settings,
It
but
doesn't.
the Logitech just is so much more fluid.
I love how that brake feels.
Okay, now we're gonna try. Grant's gonna use the same car, same roads, just messing around. He's gonna plug in the Thustmaster TMX.
Look at this. I'm here. Watch.
Listen too.
You can just throw the wheel and
See
have.
how much louder this one is.
I can't even get it in, bro.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see if we think that this is worth 50, 60 bucks more, or it's worth the money savings for the Thustmaster.
Here we go. Stay tuned if you want to see our final opinion.
Here's Grant now on the
Oh, I hate this
Thustmaster.
brake
Okay, so he hates the brake. Look, he's having to hold the actual whole
with my foot down on it.
foot pedal down.
It does not feel like if I were to be
The whole
driving
foot
a car.
pedal mechanism. You're still pretty good at it. How do you like the feel of it compared to the other one?
Oh, not at all. It's hard to go back. I liked it when we got it, but that other one's like just a lot. I feel like I'm gonna go off the road any second with this. With the other one, I felt under control.
You're still doing good.
Go on.
I feel like I would have been able to make that.
Oof.
It's like,
I call
That
it.
force feedback's a lot harder, huh? It jerks you around more.
it's like, I don't know.
He's literally holding down the whole brake mechanism with one foot just so he can do it with the other. The Logitech would hold.
Plus, this has so big difference brakes on this and that, terrible. And then you got this. I gotta hold this down with my foot as I'm driving, which I hate doing that.
Even the material, like down here,
Feels greater to hold this.
this is all just like plastic. I mean, this is plastic, but it has little groovy thingies in it.
But, and then also, that force feedback on this is a lot smoother and it helps you a lot more than on this. Like, if I were to,
On the Logitech.
yeah.
I know you can adjust all that stuff. We're just going off of stock settings. Now that you've played with both the Thustmaster and the Logitech, understanding that the Logitech costs $50-ish more, what would be your decision, and tell me why? Let's start with Grant.
Well, there's advantages to both of them. Pretty much the only advantage to the Thrustmaster is a better clip, but that's about it.
What, to hold it onto the table or something?
Yeah, that's probably the only advantage. But with the Logitech, you got way smoother steering. It's not as geary. Better shifters. You got better display. Then you've got leather all over.
Better
It feels
display.
like better like A, B, X,
Oh, where the
Y,
buttons
yeah.
are.
Then you've got the leather, and then you've got the pedals that feel a lot nicer.
And it already has the clutch pedal too if you ever wanted to do manual.
And it spikes into the ground, so we don't gotta put stuff behind it like the Thrustmaster.
So that it doesn't slide around.
So I think it's worth saving up a little bit of extra bucks.
Worth paying a little extra more?
I think that even just the pedals is the difference, because on the Thrustmaster, this model comes with the same pedals as their $100 model does, which I find kind of weird.
Oh, that Ferrari one. It's the
Yeah.
exact same pedals.
Exact
The
same
Thrustmaster,
pedals.
Yep.
I think even just the leather on the Logitech is so much better. The Thrustmaster is plasticky, and
It doesn't feel heavy like a truck.
if we were asking is the $50 worth it, I think it 100% is. I mean, even just how the pedals sit on the floor, I don't know, that's something stupid, but I think it's awesome.
So your final decision?
Yeah, Logitech. All the way.
Thrustmaster.
Really?
Just kidding. No.
All right.
If you have the extra $50, go with the Logitech if you can afford it. Thrustmaster's fine, but
Can you afford it?
you can. I'm saying
know
if
about
like
that.
there's
I
someone
can.
in the audience that like they just want something a little cheaper, Thrustmaster's okay. Plasticky, rubbery.
If you're getting the Thrustmaster, go with the Ferrari.
Go with the Ferrari
The
one.
cheap one with the bungee cord kind of steering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like
Probably performs just as well.
that's about it.
So we're taking one of these back.
Guess which one in the comments. Guess which one we're taking back in the comments down below.
If you
Let's
think
go.
that it's going to be the Thrustmaster, give it a like.
If you think that we're going to take the Thrustmaster
What?
back, give it a like down there right now and subscribe. Alright, I think we've made our decision of what wheel we're going to have. We're officially taking this thing off. That's satisfying if you ask me. Nice.
So worth it?
Yeah.
This is like thinking you have something nice. This thing right here, thinking you have something nice.
That's like thinking your Samsung is nice and then upgrading to Apple, isn't it?
Oh dear.
It's gonna make some of these viewers mad.
Down.
But thinking you got a nice car and you upgrade to like
A nicer car.
a Lamborghini Huracan, something like that, and that's how
Oh, that's
this thing feels.
Okay, that's a wrap.